Hello everybody, this is George with Melnick's Automotive. I'm currently working on a 2013 Honda Pilot, and customer brought it in and complained regarding a check engine light coming on, and I ended up putting my scan tool on and I pulled two codes, P0138 and P0139. He also mentioned to me that the check engine light comes on and then 2-3 days later goes off, and sometimes it doesn't come on for a week, and sometimes comes on for 2 straight weeks. So once, like I said, I put my scan tool on, I pulled two codes, P0138 and P0139. Those are oxygen sensor codes, and that's a bank 1 sensor 2. That's the one that's after catalytic converter on the side of the radiator, and I'm going to take you straight underneath the hood and show you where it's located. If you guys not sure which one's bank 1 and bank 2, please watch my other video that I have uploaded. I'm explaining how to determine which is a bank 1, which is bank 2, but it's fairly easy. So on the Honda Pilot, Honda Odyssey, all Acuras, that is a 3.5 liter, the J series engine. It's by the radiator. That's a bank 1, the side that's facing the radiator. That's a bank 1. And sensor 1 is on top, sensor 2 is on the bottom. If it's a bank 2, then it's on the back towards firewall. Sensor 1 on top and sensor 2 is on the bottom. So let's take a look underneath the hood so I could get you another view of what it looks like. Okay, we're underneath the hood, and I actually want to go ahead and show you which is bank 1 and bank 2. So this is bank 1. That's facing the radiators and the cooling fans. Bank 2 is on the back facing the firewall. So we had a code bank 1 sensor 2. So I'm going to take you and show you where the sensor 1 is located, and it's actually, I'm trying to get another view, and it's right there. This here is on top, that is sensor 1, so that's not the problem. The problem is a little deeper below, and there are two pigtails here. There's a bank 1 and this is bank 2. It's got the pink and yellow wires. So what we're gonna go ahead and do next, before we replace the sensor, we will actually take the couple measurements with our my voltmeter. I need to make sure I have a good ground on the engine harness side with key on, engine off. I should be getting anywhere from 0.29 to 0.30 volts on my white wire, and I should be getting 12 volts on my pink wire, and I should be getting a good ground on one of the wires. So if we have all that, we can be reassured that wiring is fine, and most likely the sensor is at fault. I'll keep you updated as I go, and we're gonna hop underneath the truck and take another look at the sensor. It might be that he caught something underneath and bent it, or sometimes when you take it in for an oil change, sometimes if improper mechanic works on a car, they actually put a jack stand underneath a cross pipe, and sometimes they bend them. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a quick visual inspection. Okay, I just verified the sensor. It's not bent. The wires look pretty good. There's nothing torn up here, and that's the first thing you want to check before you start replacing the sensor. So this is a bank 1 sensor 2, which is on the bottom of catalytic converter facing the radiator side. The bank 2 is on the back, and the sensor is actually, I don't know if you could see it, but I see it right there. There's a couple wires. It's actually hiding right in that area. So next we're gonna go ahead and take a couple measurements with my multimeter and see what we can come up with. Okay, I have 4 wires here, and it's a pink, white, blue, and yellow, and I'm gonna twist this over so you guys could take a look. So what I'm gonna do next, I will check continuity from all these wires, and I'm going to trace them back to my PCM right here. I'll be working with this green plug and this gray plug, so I should have a good continuity from that plug there. This wiring harness is very small. It runs from the computer, runs on the engine, backside of the engine, and it comes back to that plug there. I'll be using a very inexpensive voltmeter, and I'm going to check for continuity. So I'm going to turn it to my continuity option here, and as you could hear, it's making the beeping noise. So if I have a good beeping noise on every single wire, that means my wiring is all fine, and we're gonna keep doing other tests. So here we go. First, I will do continuity on the pink wire, and checking my wiring diagrams, and I kind of made myself a little notes here. It should be green plug. It should be first row, 5th pin. So we're gonna go back to the green plug right here, and pin 1 is right here. That's a pin 1, so it's gonna be the 5th pin. So we're gonna count 5 pins. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should hear a beeping noise on this pin when I push it in. And there you have it. I have a good continuity on the pink wire, so you could hear it beeping. That means there's no break in the wire. So next we're gonna go ahead and try the white wire. Okay, now we're gonna test the white wire. I already plugged it in on the oxygen sensor side, and my diagram says it should be 36th pin on the green plug. So like I said, you start counting. This is the pin 1, the beginning. So the 36th pin should be this one right here. So let's see it. It's kind of hard to try to videotape and test. There you go. We do have continuity, and as you guys could hear that. So white wire is also good. We have 2 more wires to check. And like I said, once I verify my wiring is good, I'm going to do some tests to my oxygen sensor, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, it's time to test the blue wire. My wiring diagram says it should be 16th pin on a gray connector. So also, this is pin 1, and you want to start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You keep going like this. So the 16th pin should be right over here. And as you guys could hear it, I have continuity. So that wire also tells me it's a good wire. We have 1 less to check. Next, I'm gonna check my final wire, which is yellow, and I already switched it over in the oxygen sensor side, and it says it should be pin number 7 on the green connector. So let me stick that in there, and if I have continuity, it tells me right away that we're good, and we have no wiring issues whatsoever. We're gonna keep looking, but let's just check. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have good continuity. So there you have it. That tells you right away that my wiring is 100% fine. Next, since I'm already here and I got all the plugs disconnected from my computer, there's only, I think, 2 size 10 nuts that hold it in place. I'm gonna take those off, and I'm gonna inspect those pins inside the computer, because a lot of times moisture can get in there and they could rust a little bit, and that could also cause the problem. If that's fine, we're gonna take the oxygen sensor off, and we're gonna do some testing with oxygen sensor.